What's poppin', Mexipino family? Before we start this podcast, we just wanted to talk to you about our sponsors, Tap Tap Send.
Tap Tap Send is your remittance best friend. You can send money to the Philippines from the U.S., Europe,
right.
UK, Canada, and United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, and the best part about it is that there are literally zero fees. No fees, man. So if you're sending $1 to the Philippines, they're literally going to get 55 pesos, like the maximum amount.
Yeah, you're literally going to get the best bang for your buck when it comes to Tap Tap Send. So download the app right now. Use code Mexipino for $20.
Yes, $20 to your family and friends in the Philippines? Why not? All right, y'all. Shouts out to Tap Tap Send, and let's get into this podcast. Kamusta na kayo?
Hola, hola, everyone.
What's good, everybody? Nico Blitz is my name, and the Mexipino podcast is the game.
And I'm Jackie Ramirez.
Do you like how I've just been switching it up for the past couple of podcasts?
Yes and no.
Why yes and why no?
Yes, because it's different, but also no, because it's different.
No, because it kind of throws you off a bit?
Yeah, it throws me off a bit.
I get you.
Yeah.
You know why I do it? Because I just want to.
It's very strong right off the bat.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's just like I need to build my way up to your shenanigans.
Well, only reason why I do it is because I just want to see if like our listeners are paying attention and like notice the difference in cadence, the difference in like rhythm and whatnot. I mean, if it throws everybody off, just let me know. I won't even do it anymore. We can go back to the regular shit.
I don't even think you know what the regular shit is anymore.
Kamusta na kayo? Hola everyone. What's poppin', everybody? My name is Nico Blitz and I'm Jackie Ramirez and this is the Mexipino podcast.
Yeah.
I still know the regular shit.
I thought it's just because you like would forget. To be honest.
No. I mean, shoot, it's like 70 something episodes. There's literally zero way I could forget
like
that.
You know how sometimes things slip your mind.
Yeah,
that's I feel
very
like
true.
You just like forget how or like how wait shit. How do I start this again?
Yeah, is that a guy ick? Since
no, no, definitely not an ick. But yeah, this is our 75th episode.
It's something around there. It's 70 something for sure.
70, I think it's 77. 76.
It's 76?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for all of you who've been listening for 76 damn episodes, thank you all so much.
Yes. And remember, everyone who still listens to the podcast, and if you guys listen to the last one, and if you're listening to this one, you guys still can use that special promo code for the Food Fest.
Yes. And once again, it was half off. The promo code is PICKLE, all caps. Just make sure you plug it in when you hit our Eventbrite, which is in our bio. And by the way, speaking of Mexipino Food Fest, the amount of food vendors that we got going to this thing is insane.
It is so many food vendors and like obviously marketplace vendors too, but we have like a pretty stacked lineup I think already for the food fest. We are having Taste of the Pacific back.
Yeah, shouts out Taste of the Pacific. They just go crazy.
Yeah, the lines for them are like super long. Sending Nudes is back. Good Smoke Better Eats. We're having a new new pizza place. As well as Naughty Pie Nature is coming back.
Yep.
We have Birria El Patron 818. So they're coming from the Valley. And yeah, it's really good. We have a Mexipino vendor who's coming from Vegas.
Yes.
And it is like adobo like styled, al pastor like Filipino style.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I literally cannot wait.
I can't wait either. I mean, and this is without playing any favoritism, just between like the videos I've seen of all our vendors on IG, which we will end up posting on our Mexipino Food Fest page. I'm super excited for like Noah's Cajun Shrimp.
Oh, yeah.
For example, I'm super excited for Taste of the Pacific, who got just Filipino style barbecue. As Jackie said, Good Smoke Better Eats. They literally came with like a lechon on the, what do you call it? When you have like the lechon on the fire
like,
thing.
Yeah, like roasting a lechon like on a. They did. I don't know what it's called. But they said that they might bring 2 to 3 lechons each day.
Hey, now I'm with it.
I think that they're gonna bring 2 lechons like each day because that lechon was gone. They sold out the first time.
Yeah, I mean the lechon definitely did not look like a lechon at the end. It was like it was damn near like a piglet at that point.
Oh, don't say that. That's so sad. That is so sad. But we're super excited. We're announcing. We just announced Twee. If you guys Did we mention it in the last podcast? We
Yeah,
did, huh?
we mentioned Twee in the last podcast.
Yeah, so Twee will be performing on Sunday. And yeah, we're going to have music, stage. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, and I'm super excited for all the desserts that we're going to have at the food fest too. Like, you know, we have Ube Naban, for example,
They're
and
coming
even
back.
Cafe 86. Like, I think Cafe 86 has this like, it's a ube crack cheesecake.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, like I hella wanted one last time, but then we literally just did not have time to like move around and whatnot. But their ube crack cheesecake is amazing.
Yeah, and then we also have Kachu Shave Ice, which is coming back, so
Yes.
which is gonna be really good because we know it's gonna start cooling down by that time, but you know, everyone always loves shaved ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's obviously Papa's Porvalone. They're back. So yeah, it's Filipino style cookies and like little bakery goods. There's gonna be so much food, guys. Literally start fasting, I would say maybe Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday night, don't eat Friday, and then eat Saturday and Sunday.
Matter of fact, just don't even eat now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just get everything while you can.
Yeah, you literally get everything. Save your money for the next couple of weeks because you are going to want to go to Mexipino Food Fest. Oh,
But yeah,
man.
tickets are available on our Eventbrite. We just want to let you guys know again that you guys can get half off of your tickets if you use the code PICKLE because you guys are our loyal listeners and those who know the code.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you should have been listening to podcasts.
Amen to that. Speaking of pickle, like I've been dropping weight. Like, and I'm so happy about it for the first time in maybe like a year or so. Like I've finally dropped below 170 pounds and I'm so happy.
Yeah, I think we can both attribute it to pickleball. I need to lose not that I need to, but I would like to lose like 5 to 7 more pounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel that.
For the first time, like, I don't know why. It's just like, I've always had this thing where like in high school, I thought I was like either too thin or like I didn't really like my shoulders that much. And I always had this like insecurities and I was just like, okay, you know, I think at that time in high school, I thought like, oh, I weigh 115. That's way too much. Like I need to be like 110 or 105. And now I reached like, and I don't care how I'll say it, but like I reached like my highest. As I got older, it was like 125. And I was just like, okay, I think that's going to be like my standard weight now that I'm older. And then I reached 135. I was like, yeah, no, I need to like
Dial it back.
I need to dial it back. Like, and that's when I realized like, okay. And then when we started playing pickleball I know is like the trend now, the wave.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
It's super fun. I'm loving it. And you know, granted we're playing with like old people sometimes, but I'm starting to see like a lot of people our age like come through the park and like literally they've been playing for either months, but then you know, we met a couple people just yesterday playing pickleball and I mean, they started around the same time we did.
Yeah.
Granted, we've only played for like 7 actual days, but like it's cool to see like a very cool micro community just get together. Everyone's so nice. Everyone's competitive, but not like
Too competitive.
yeah, like it's not crazy.
It's like a nice competitive, unless you're doing it like professionally. But you know what's crazy about pickleball? Is that like the older people that play pickleball, they don't even be moving around as much as like the younger cats that play.
Yeah, it's nuts. I feel like people who are around like me and Jackie's age, right? Like we're running.
Yeah, we're like going back and forth on the court. We're like going all types of ways. And then like you see like the older man on like another court and he's literally in one position and has not moved. And he will like dominate your ass.
Yes.
Like, it is crazy.
It's crazy because like, have you ever seen like actual sword fights?
Actual sword.
Yeah, like no, like
That's
people
so
like
random.
Well, no, because like the reason why I bring this up, and for all my fellas listening to the podcast, I don't mean a sword fight like a male sword fight. You feel me?
I think females understood that
Okay,
reference
but
too.
I mean like an actual sword fight. So like what's happening is that like you'll have someone who like is literally able to like block everyone's like kind of like fencing,
like
right?
fencing.
Yeah, like
yeah.
literally the old people at the pickleball court, it looks like they're fencing just it kind of looks like they're just blocking the ball, but like the ball gets a lot of force from them just tapping it. It's nuts.
I feel like a lot of old like people, they're just a lot of old people that are active, that they're just kind of like these sneaky type of like like, oh yeah, I'm old, I'm supposed to be frail, but then like you play with them and they're gonna dominate your ass, and you're just kind of like, what the fuck, man?
Oh yeah, no, the old people are nuts. I remember when me and Jackie first started playing, right? There was this old Asian dude, and he normally, people ask us like, oh, how long have you been playing? And like, normally the better players, they'll kind of hold back if they're playing like somebody like me or Jackie, who are basically novices. This old guy didn't ask anything, and he was serving like a motherfucker. Like the ball it felt like it was coming at me like 90 miles an hour, and he was ready to just like hurry the fuck up. Like, I'm trying to get off this course so I could play with better people.
Yeah, I was just like, damn, okay. But we are getting better. We just bought some new paddles. And it was an investment for sure.
Yeah.
I think our game is gonna be a lot better. I just need to serve better.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of stuff that like both of us need to work on, but I think with the new paddles and just going there a little bit more consistently, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Jackie did miss something that happened that was absolutely crazy the other day while I was playing pickleball. Yeah,
I feel like there's normally not drama with pickleball, but then you called me and said that there was drama. I was like, oh my
crazy.
Gosh, like what happened?
Yeah.
And like when people, like, because we've been playing pickleball and like our community that we play with is so cool and so nice that like, it has to be an outsider that is causing trouble.
Yeah, so I've been seeing like a little trend on TikTok talking about like who's right and who's wrong in certain situations. So
for like, everyone, am I the asshole?
Yeah. So I want you guys to figure out like who is the asshole in this situation.
Okay, who's
right?
the asshole?
All right. So I told Jackie this story. I'm gonna tell y'all this story too. So basically, the pickleball court is shared between the pickleball players and one tennis court, right? So to draw perspective, right?
And there is more tennis courts too.
Yes. So there's one court that has 4 pickleball courts, which is the size of one tennis court. In that same area, there is an adjacent tennis court. Now, there's a section that's blocked off that has 2 separate tennis courts. Okay, I hope all of you are following, right? There is a couple who are playing tennis on the tennis court that's within the pickleball court. There is a kid playing tennis on the other side where there are 2 separate tennis courts. Cool? All right. So when the couple are playing tennis, it's cool. I understand if you get hit, no big deal, right? Because they're clearly playing. There's 2 people. What ends up happening next is that, I guess, their 15-year-old son switches over to the tennis court where the pickleball is, and then the couple moves over to the adjacent tennis court.
But there's still one tennis court that's empty on the other side.
Exactly. There's still an empty tennis court. So what happened is that we see this 15-year-old tennis player, and, he's practicing his serve. And granted, he's practicing his serve where he's hitting the balls. There's nobody on the other side. Literally nobody. So we're all just like, cool, whatever. It's fine. And then I'm thinking to myself, what are the chances that when this kid is done serving the amount of balls that he has in his cart, that he starts hitting it toward our way where there are hella people. Next thing you know, the kid picks up all his balls, his tennis balls, and then he just starts shooting them. He starts serving them towards us. And literally everyone who plays pickleball is just like, what is this kid doing? Does he not see that there are a shit ton of people on this side? So one of the older pickleball players, he goes up to the 15-year-old kid and he says, like, are you fucking blind? Like, stuff like that. Like, are you fucking blind? Do you not see, like, that there are a lot of people where you are, like, serving your tennis ball? And then I guess the dad like from the couple, overheard it from the other side, and he said like, "Hey, don't fucking talk to my kid like that. He's 15 years old." They start getting into it. Like they are literally like, "Well, why don't you come outside the gate and we could sort it out?" And then the pickleball player's like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I'm just like, "Oh shit, it's going crazy now."
Well, I mean, I could see more on the pickleball side because you guys are like literally against the fence, and he might as well be targeting you guys.
Exactly. So next thing you know, the dad and the pickleball player, they start getting into it outside. We cut off the music because I'm a chismosa. I want to hear everything, right? I want to hear everything. I couldn't hear everything. It was pretty inaudible. And then next thing you know, I just hear like he didn't even let anybody know that he was going to serve it to our side. So then the dad and the mom both were like, "Did you let everybody know that you were going to serve it on our side?" The kid says, "Yeah." And then literally everyone, and I'm talking about like 20 people, are just like, "No, he didn't."
Yeah.
But if he had let us know that he was going to do that,
you would have moved out the way.
Exactly. We would have moved out the way, or we would have been like, "Oh, okay, he's trying to be considerate," right? Granted, I'm looking at from the perspective like he ends up saying like, "Oh, well, I'm just practicing my serve. Like, I need to practice it on this side." I'm not a tennis player. I would consider myself a pickleball player, but I feel like no matter what side you're on, you're doing the exact same thing, buddy.
Yeah,
you're
but also too, there's like another tennis court that's empty on a completely like secluded side for tennis too. Now, granted, he is on a tennis court on the pickleball side, but it's like there are people, and if you're gonna aim towards people, let them know.
And his excuse was like, "But this is he literally threw his hands up and was like, "But this is a tennis court." And literally, like, we're all looking at him like, bro, like, that's not even the point.
Yeah, like, you're missing the point. Yeah. But I do get it from, like, why the dad got mad because some rando came up, like, yelling and talking literal vulgarity at his kid.
Yes. So, I mean, look, I'm pretty neutral here just because, like, I'm part of this. I'm not part of this situation, but I was there, and I literally see both sides. But like, who's at fault? Who do you think is more at fault? Like, it's those type of questions.
Yeah.
Who do you think? I mean, do you even want to get into your opinion?
I think the kid and the family. Like, I don't understand why the kid switched over when his parents went to like his side, and there was still a tennis court open over there.
Well, that's also where a lot of the I guess conspiracy comes by. It's like because he was literally doing it on the separate tennis courts. What prevented him from continuing to do that? Yeah. It's not like the tennis courts are any different.
Yeah.
And
then also, too, didn't the dad, like, make some, like, "Oh, well, this is why we're going to take over your courts," or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. And I'm like, all right, bro, now you're just being freaking excessive.
Yeah, like, I think he started to get political with it. Like, "Oh, we're going to take your courts," or whatever. And then I'm just like, okay, dog.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But, I mean,
you're
look.
a bitch for that one.
1,000%. 1,000%. But, I mean, if you didn't think it could get real in these pickleball streets, like, it really can.
It do get real on the pickleball streets.
Yeah, man, yeah.
But, yeah.
that's one of my icks for sure. When people think they just like when people think they own the spot, like, "This is my court, this is mine, da da da," and we have the authority to make sure that da da da. It's like all your empty threats, you can SMD, my friend.
Like, it was funny because last night I was talking to one of the new friends that we made at the pickleball courts. What's his name again?
Scott Delani. Yeah.
Delani. It was funny because we were playing. It was me and Delani on one team, and then Nico and our friend Louie on another team. And then I told Delani, I was like, "Yeah, one of my icks is when like guys chase after the pickleball." He goes, "Well, what do you want us to do? Not get the ball?" And I was just like, "No, just wait for it." I was like, and then let it stop, and then go get it. So and then it was funny because then I chased after a pickleball, and then Delani goes, "Ew, ick," and I'm like, "That's crazy." It was hella funny. That was a laugh I needed.
Yeah, like me and Louie were just looking at them like, "Why the fuck are they laughing so hard?" I was like, "Did I have something on me? Did Louie have something on?" I'm like, "What the fuck happened?"
It was just because of that ick thing that I brought up.
Yeah. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we will continue the conversation on Icks However, I know in the last podcast we talked about the men icks and the women icks, which I gotta say, these clips about the icks are going kind of crazy on IG.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's now like a really trendy thing to talk about, like the icks and everything.
Yeah, and I think we're all also doing it in a very like playful manner, right? Like in no way was I trying to like discriminate women and Jackie trying to discriminate men.
Yeah, no. I think it's just like funny. Like it's just funny things that like we're like, oh yeah, like I get what he means, I get what she means type of thing. And it's just like it's not like, oh, some men will take it like, oh well, we can't just do anything now. It's like, no, dumbass, we can't do that. Like it's not that.
Yeah.
It's just I'm playfully like saying like, oh, like it's kind of like a cringy type of thing to do.
Yeah, like I knew a couple of women who were like getting on me in the comments, and I'm just like, dude, this is
about what?
Just about like, oh, I get what he's saying, but like you make me feel. I'm like, dude, like literally relax.
Well,
like it's no big deal.
If you have a problem with it, maybe you should look in the mirror. I don't know.
Self-reflection,
people.
And speaking of self-reflection, we are going to go over the icks regarding Mexicans and the icks regarding Filipinos today.
But respectively, we're going to be doing it. Whoever's Mexican will be doing it for Mexicans.
Yeah. Jackie's not going to talk about the icks about Filipinos. I'm not going to talk about the icks about Mexicans.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Yeah.
In case you wanted to run a race today. We ain't running races today, ladies and gents.
No, we wanted to do like the icks about like Mexicans and Filipinos like last episode, but we were getting like to like the icks were going like. We were kind of deep diving into it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But the icks of Mexicans, I feel like mine are just based off of my family.
Okay.
Like,
which they should be.
Yeah.
You know?
Because obviously, but experience and firsthand experience. But like, and I just literally thought of one that wasn't even on my list.
Okay.
It's like when you're at a Mexican party and everyone is talking over each other and everyone's yelling. It's like no one takes the time to just have separate conversations. Everyone's just yelling over each other.
Yeah.
And then it's just like sensory overload where you're just kind of like, okay, I'm not like, this is why I don't like coming to family parties.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that Filipino parties are literally like that too. And my dad is like the main person that I'm thinking of. Yes.
The epicenter of it all.
My dad is the epicenter of all this loudness because, there's going to be a lot of commotion going on. It's like music might be playing, right? It's like me and my sister might be talking and we're also hella loud. But then my dad is just going to like try to triumph over everybody's voices by being even louder. And at some point you just see my mom in the corner just like literally massaging her head like this is way too freaking loud.
Yeah, I feel like my family, the epicenter is like my tias.
Okay.
And like my two specific tias where it's just kind of like comadre, and like all you hear is comadre like everywhere. And then but you hear like my family does this like woo thing like to get somebody's attention.
Oh,
and so like everyone starts turning around and we're like, oh my god, like literally it's like or we go ew, and we're just like looking around trying to figure out who's talking to who, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is too much for me.
You know what's crazy though is like I think I've just been so used to it like in my family parties that like whenever I've gone to your family parties, I don't even notice how like if someone's like climbing over the next person vocally.
Oh no, I notice it and I've grown up with it, and it's just like I think as I've gotten older I'm like, can we all just like have separate conversations and not have one big gigantic conversation or mixture of conversations. But yeah, the loudness is definitely an ick, and like especially with Mexican moms, the ick with Mexican moms is that like they yell on the phone when it's on speaker. It's like just because it's on speaker, mom, doesn't mean you have to yell. They can still hear you at a very good level of speech.
You want to know like this isn't actually like an ick, but it's just something that I noticed from my grandma this past weekend, right? So I mean, unfortunately, my grandma's like a little bit deaf. So then what she'll do is, and I saw it just happen this past weekend. I was like, what the hell is she doing? But she answered the phone, which first off had like the loudest like ringtone ever. Like any basic iPhone ringtone, it was just like 10 times louder.
That's what happens with Mexican moms too. They have the loudest freaking ringtone ever. Oh my God, that's so annoying.
No, but wait. So then my grandma, she answers the phone and then she puts it on speakerphone and then she puts it against her ear. And I'm just like, God damn, how loud do you need this phone to be, dude?
You know what my mom does? My mom does, like, especially when the phone's connected to her car.
Yeah.
She, like, yells, and I mean yells. She's like, hi, Jack. Da, da, da. And she starts telling me, I'm like, Mom, please stop yelling. Like, I can hear you. The speaker is right above you. Yeah. So is the mic, so you don't have to yell.
That's hella funny.
Yeah, she's like, no, it's just I'm connected to the car. And I'm like, Mom, I know. Like, just talk to me. Just don't yell at me.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing too, because the distance between like, you know, your phone and your mouth, right? It's not that much farther than the actual like, you know, speaker in your car.
Yeah. And then also too, like Mexican moms, when they speak Spanish on the phone.
Oh God.
It is so fast and so loud. You're just like, I can't even comprehend at this point. It's too much.
Didn't your mom also do another ick via text to you the other day?
Which the okay?
The dot.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
This is actually pretty funny for me, but Jackie was like tortured from this.
Yeah. Okay. So my mom, she texted me. I had gone to go meet my mom. Literally like 30 minutes. No, not even 30 minutes. Like 20 minutes prior to getting this text, and she gave me something that like she gave me a bag of some stuff that she got me, and so I was just like, okay, so. I brought the bag out of my car and then I brought it in here because I had like some liquid that she had given me. And so she texts me and she goes, hey Jack, ... And I'm like, oh shit. I take that like serious.
Yeah, like that's a serious text.
Like that's something like, okay, like what happened? And I'm waiting for a follow-up text. I'm like, Mom? And I'm like, what happened? And I put question mark. She goes, don't leave the bag I gave you in the car because then the thing that I gave you is going to go bad. I'm like, Mom, I took it out of the car. I was like, I thought something happened. Don't text that way. And she goes, oh, well, I can't text as fast as you. I was like, well, then put it all in one text.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Literally, like, I can't. And you know something else my mom does when she texts?
What?
Like when she says, oh, okay, she puts O and like OH and then K. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of weird.
And I'm like,
that's kind of weird.
Just put O, okay. Or like just put okay. Like,
yeah. No, I get that too. Like when your parents. Okay, so is your ick like because your mom sent the ellipses, or because it just took her too long to respond after the ellipses?
It takes her too long, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, you know another ick?
Oh, see, Jackie's on the roll now. We're just gonna keep it going.
Like Mexican moms like always have the biggest icks. One like. A Mexican mom thing is to type like this.
Damn.
With one finger.
Damn.
With one finger, my mom will literally like...
Wait, when Mexican moms text how?
Like this. They go like this. When Mexican moms type like this, I'm like, Mom, use both of your thumbs. And she goes, I can't do that. I'm like, Mom, there's room. Like, you just need to learn. And my mom will literally be like this. And I'm like... I literally have told my mom one time, I'm like, please give me your phone and just let me know what you want to type because you are giving me so much anxiety typing like that.
Let me defend the Mexican moms for a second though, because I'm pretty sure Mexican moms can type their ass off on a keyboard.
Yeah, that is true.
See?
My mom can't type her ass off on a keyboard.
It's a give and take because they didn't grow up with this technology. Well, I mean, I don't know. But like they grew up with like keyboards, so they know what to do. You feel me?
My mom be texting like a long ass paragraph to her siblings, and then I'm just like there and sitting next to her, and she just goes. And then she messes up. I'm like, oh my God, Mom. Like, please hurry up. I've even told her, I'm like, just use the voice thing so that way it could pick up. And she goes, no, but sometimes that's not accurate. I'm like, and then I'm just like, God damn it, Mom. Like, that's just a huge ick. When you see, like, an older person typing with one finger, it's just like, okay.
I gotta say that. I mean, I know we're still talking about, like, Mexican and, like, Filipino icks, but, like, can I describe one ick? I want to shout out my boy, James Andre Jefferson Jr., because one of my icks is when people are having a whole ass conversation and I'm thinking they're on the phone, right? I'm like, oh yeah, like he's going in, like, and then next thing you know, it's just a voice memo sent over to your family or friend or whoever you sent it to. And I'm just like, bro, why didn't you just like text all of that? We didn't have to hear your entire conversation.
Wait, no, like audio messages?
Yeah, like an audio message. And I'm just like,
I do that. I like sending audio messages. It's like sometimes when like I'm giving like gossip to some of my friends. Shout out to the XO Gossip Girls group chat.
Yeah.
I be sending audio messages so that way I could just say everything, and it's gonna be too much for me to type.
See, so then my thing is like, why don't you just call them?
Because
just call them.
They're busy, and then they're busy, and also some of us are in different time zones. So it's just like, I need to get this information to them ASAP, and the audio message is the best way. And like I could literally think while I'm talking.
Well, if I know James is only sending that to somebody else in California. So you in the same time zone. Well, you're talking to somebody in the same time zone. Like literally, just call them and get the convo over with.
Nah, the XO Gossip Girls group chat knows what I'm talking about. I send you guys everything audio message wise.
So do you ever get like an audio message like in Spanish? And if you do, is it crazy?
No, but I've seen like Leche, like at the station, that's how like he communicates like on WhatsApp for his friends and like family members or other things. He'll send like audio messages like that. I hear his audio messages and I'm just kind of like, it's easier that way, to be honest.
I get you.
I like audio messages.
I get you. You know, it'd be actually kind of cool so that people don't get like confused over like the I guess the tone of like text messages. If how somehow, some way you're like typing something, but then you're able to like connect a like tone with like a specific word. So an audio message? No. I guess what I'm trying to say is like somebody reading it in like, oh, well, he's saying like okay, but it's like a okay.
Literally not an audio message.
Not like okay.
No, literally like an audio message, babe. That's literally what an audio message is. It's so that you can also tell the tone of like someone's voice. All right. You know I'm right. That was such a like dumb like thing to like think that you thought of. It's like, babe, that's audio message.
But I want to read the tone. I don't want to hear the tone. I want to read the tone.
Oh my gosh.
All right. What's another Mexican ick?
Another Mexican ick. Let's see. Another Mexican ick is when like Latino ick, I guess, is when you show your parents something on the phone, like a social media post or a funny video, and they ask you, "Oh, ¿quién es? Like, who is this?" And I'm like, "Mom, I don't know. Just enjoy the video, please. Just enjoy the video."
Oh, like you're supposed to know who this is.
I'm supposed to know who this is. I don't know who this is. I'm just showing you a funny video, and then the video is no longer even funny because now I'm like, "Mom, I don't know who that is." And they're like, "Oh, okay." And then like the video starts again. I'm like, "No, you had to watch it the first time." Like, it's
like you ruined the moment.
You ruined the moment. It's an ick of mine. It's just like, just watch. Just watch. Don't ask questions. And if you want to ask questions at the end of the video. Yeah,
Filipino parents or Filipino grandparents actually do the same thing. They'll be like, "Sino ba yon?" Like asking who is that. That's literally who is that in English. I'll show my grandparents a video that, "Sino yan?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm not supposed to know everybody. It's just a video. Yeah. And then my mom will be over here like, "Mom, Dad, it's a video on the internet. It's not Nico's friend."
Stop, you're foul. That's how your mom...
Yeah.
That was really accurate, though, of your mom. She's going to see this, and she's going to be like, "I don't do that." And Sabrina's going to start laughing.
No, my mom definitely does that. And she sounds in that exact cadence and tone.
No, it's funny because I can already hear how your mom, like, says that stuff. Like, when she talks to her parents, your grandparents, she goes, "Mom, Dad." And then she starts talking in Tagalog about, like, Nico. And then they're like, "Huh?" And then she starts again. And then I'm like, I already know how the conversations go.
This happened the other day when I was in the Bay. Like, you know, we're all sitting down. It's like a Sunday morning. It's me. I'm sitting next to Jason, Bria, and Chance. My grandma's on the other couch. And then my grandpa is on like the recliner seat. And so, you know, I don't see my grandparents too often. So I was like, Grandma, Grandpa, how are you guys? What's new? Anong bago? What's new? Mm-hmm. And then next thing you know, it's just...
It's quiet?
It's just dead silent. And then my mom will start laughing.
Oh my God.
And then she'll be like, Mom, Dad, Nico just asked what's new. Mm-hmm. And then they'll be like, huh?
Your grandpa does that a lot. Your grandpa goes like, he's just zoned out, or he's like probably about to fall asleep and take a nap. And then somebody like says, your mom says like, Dad, he goes, oh.
Yeah, like, I didn't even hear him. I was like, okay. And then I'll be like, what's new? They're like, nothing's new. Same old, same old. I'm like, okay, well.
Never mind.
Never
like,
mind.
well.
I tried.
You're like, there was no point in asking a second time.
Exactly.
But what are some Filipino icks? I don't think I'm done with my Mexican icks.
No, we can keep going with the Mexican icks.
This is a Mexican ick. Silver tooth kids.
The silver tooth kids.
Silver tooth kid activity is crazy. Honestly, like you see a kid with like silver teeth and you're just like, I don't want to get near that kid. They look like they're going to bite.
Damn, that's wild. I never thought about that with a silver tooth kid.
You've never thought of that? It's because you're probably not Latino. That's
no, because then I'd see us. We had a couple silver tooth kids when I was in middle school, and I'd always be like, "Damn, that's kind of fire! Like, no, that's almost a grill."
It's not just.
Yeah, I'm like, that's almost a grill.
Not the grill.
I'm like, bro, you get like 5 more of those. Like, you looking like Paul Wall.
Stop. That's crazy. No, but like silver tooth kids, like it's just like, that they're just badass kids. Not badass, but like as in like no, as in like they act up a lot.
Is that what it is? Is that the stigma?
That's definitely the stigma, because then like it's one of those kids where you tell them like, no, don't do that, or you can't do this, and then they still do it anyway, or they just like start being mean to other kids, and then like it's just like it's always a silver tooth kid. It's always a silver tooth kid. That's what like a Latino ick. So
then, not to mean to go off into the races, so to speak, but so then I guess is a silver tooth kid with an Edgar cut, just like Edgar is a silver tooth kid with an Edgar cut, just like the epitome of like this guy's a badass.
Like, no, not a badass kid. Yeah, it's like also they have like that Edgar haircut at such a young age. It's like and his name's probably Jaden or something.
Damn.
It's like, Jaden's my world. Girl, please. Oh, like I can't. Like I can't. I'm sorry.
Oh
like God. That is so Aiden too. I mean, like Jaden, Aiden.
You know what?
It's like Aiden's my world. Girl, please. You have to focus on getting his teeth better.
I'm fucking dead. You know what I felt like is an ick for Jackie, and I think it also correlates with her family.
What?
Is Jackie has like a pretty Mexican ass family, whatever that means, right?
I mean, I am Mexican, so I would hope that I have a Mexican ass family.
And so I think when I first went over to Jackie's place, Jackie was like, oh, so this is my cousin Kaylani, but just don't give her like an inch about like, oh, your name is so exotic type situation.
I'm sick.
Like, just don't give her that, because she's gonna like fall super deep into her head about it. And yeah. I'm like, damn, man, like a Mexican named Kaylani, right? That's kind of crazy. That's definitely exotic in itself.
Well, there's like Mexicans named Leilani.
Oh, yeah.
So, but like Kaylani is kind of out of the ordinary, yeah.
Because it's very like Hawaiian.
Yeah, but she spells it Kay.
Yeah.
Lani.
Yeah. Not like the singer.
Not
Kaylani.
like Kaylani. Yeah. Or not like Kei type of thing.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I get you. It's just as you spell. It's phonetically. It's like phonetically there. Yeah.
I feel like calling her and asking her about her name. Like, Kaylani, how do you feel about your name being so exotic?
Try it. Yeah, call her up. Let's see what happens.
Hi. Okay, wait. Can you say hello how you said it right now?
Hello.
So you're currently a guest on the Mexipino podcast.
Oh.
Yeah. And we were.
You put me on blast like that.
So we were wondering how you feel about your name being so exotic.
It feels great because like I've always said this growing up. Nobody has ever like been like, oh, Kaylani A or Kaylani G. Like there's only one Kaylani.
Yeah, and so when I was telling Nico that, or like I don't think I ever told you, but when I first brought Nico over to the family, I told Nico, I was like, oh, you're gonna meet one of my cousins. Her name's Kaylani. Don't give her any like inch of telling her name is exotic because then it'll get in her head.
No, yeah, I love my name.
Yeah, no, I love my name.
Hi, Nico.
All right, Gailani. Hi.
Okay, thank you for this.
Yes, of course.
No problem. Bye.
All right, bye.
That's hilarious.
She's like,
I'm
I love
happy
my
she
name.
loves her name.
She's like, I love my name.
Yeah.
She actually is like one of the very few in my family, I think, that doesn't have a middle name. It's just her name.
Oh, it's just Kaylani? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. But
That's dope.
yeah.
Can we get into the icks about like Filipinos?
Yeah, go for it.
Speaking of names, the fact that Filipinos got like 5 or 6 names for their whole ass name is like ridiculous. Like you'll have the first name and then you'll have like the second part of the first name and then you'll have the middle name and then you'll have the last name. And then guess what? If they want to combine the last names, you have the last name and the second last name.
That's
It's
crazy.
insane.
I have a question about Filipino names.
What?
Is JR like actually standing for something, or is it junior for you guys?
No, JR, like a lot of the JRs, like if it's not junior, it'll be junior if it's like at the end, right? But
Right,
if it's like JR, like it's more than likely like a John Reyes type thing.
Oh, okay. I was just like, because there's a lot of like Filipino JRs, and I'm just kind of like, okay, is this like their way of saying junior?
No. I mean,
Okay.
shout out to my boy JR Aquino. I mean, I don't know if his name is John Reyes Aquino, but like, I'm just saying it could be John Reyes.
I'm sick.
And I think like another ick that I have in regards to like names, at least Filipino names, is that like, I'm not trying to diss the Bible, but like they literally have like 5 names to choose from. It's like John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith or whatever the fuck. And literally
sick.
everyone has the exact same name. Like,
Yeah. Well, for me, like that's my whole family, like my immediate family
Yeah.
is like, we're all names in the Bible. My brother, my brother Jacob.
Run it down.
My brother Jacob.
Yeah.
Jacob in the Bible. Jacqueline, I don't know what she did, but she's in the Bible. I don't know what she did.
I don't know what she did, but she's there.
Yeah, she's there. I should know that. My dad, David.
Yeah. Star of David.
Yeah, and then my mom, Veronica, she wiped the face of Jesus after coming down off the cross, I think.
Yeah. That's literally I've actually been meaning to tell your mom that. No, you're completely correct.
Yeah,
Veronica
I know, but
wiped the face
I don't know
of Jesus.
what my name is. Jacqueline in the Bible.
But like, yo, like the amount of people, first of all, Filipinos and Mexicans already have like very similar like last names. And then you want to throw in like the Bible names where again, you got like 5 names to choose from. It's like you're going to get the same names all the time.
Yeah. Well, I just found out that Jacqueline is just the female version of Jacob. So,
Damn.
I guess I'm named after my brother too, I guess.
So then you don't even, your name's not even in the Bible.
My name is like the feminine form of Jacob.
Of
Well, it
Jacob.
says right here. What is
What about Danielle?
What is the
Is
name?
Danielle in there?
I don't know. What does the name Jacqueline mean in the Bible? It's not in the Bible. It is the French feminine form of James. James is Jacob. It cheats in Hebrew. Yeah. Jacob tricked his older brother out of his birthright. Jacob was nevertheless was God's chosen person to become the father of a great nation. So yeah. I'm the
Okay.
female version of Jacob.
Amen to that.
Literally and figuratively. People just say if I were to cut my hair and I was taller, I'd just look like my brother.
I do not want to imagine that whatsoever. Do not put on glasses. Don't gain a couple like inches on height. I want none of that. I
Yeah,
literally
no.
want none of that.
No. But yeah, my whole family has biblical names.
Yeah. I don't mean to diss it. It's just that like when you have so many people with the same name, it's kind of like,
Are we going to switch it up at some point?
yeah, like, when are we going to get the little switcheroo going
Nico
on?
and
That's all I want.
Nico and I actually have a name for a daughter. Please.
Yeah, I don't want to mention what the name is, but when the time comes, Literally.
Yeah, you guys are. It's funny. People are gonna probably be like, Jackie really agreed to that shit.
It's gonna be insane.
But I think it's a really pretty name.
Yeah. I've actually seen this name like on a Netflix show of like some UK people, but it was spelled differently. Anyways, let's get back to the Filipino icks. Another Filipino ick that I have is Ceremony Mall.
That's a Bay Area thing.
It is a Bay Area thing, but
Which makes it also a Filipino thing.
Exactly, amen. It's actually in Daly City, which is like Metro Manila in itself.
I'm sick.
Yes, so a Filipino ick that I have is Ceremony Mall, and I actually fall under one of these icks because when I was a youngster, I would be at this mall on weekdays. To do what? It wasn't to buy clothes. It wasn't to buy anything because I can afford anything. It was just to hang out. With who? Other Filipinos.
I'm sick. That's hella funny. It was like Filipino Central.
It is, it was, is, and forever will be.
Forever?
Forever.
Forever will be.
Forever, ever, forever, ever. And you know what's funny is that, like, even when I was growing up over there, right, there was a fountain in the middle. I'm pretty sure the fountain is still there in the middle. It just looks a lot nicer.
I've never been to ceremony, huh?
We'll go when it's my mom's birthday.
When it's my mom. We're going to celebrate Nico's mom's birthday at Ceremony Mall.
But Ceremony Mall was the meetup spot for all the Filipinos, all the teeny boppers, especially like when I was growing up, right? It might still be. I don't know, because I'm not at the mall looking if there's teeny boppers over there.
I would hope not.
But
for several different reasons.
For plenty of reasons. But in addition to the teeny boppers, the Filipino teeny boppers hanging out over there would also be the group of just like old Filipino guys and their wives just hanging out in the middle. And I'm just like, you know, Ceremony Mall, it kind of shows you like where your life is now and where your life could be later on in life. Because if you start off as like the
evolution of Filipinos, Ceremony Mall.
You literally see the evolution of Filipinos at Ceremony Mall. Like you go from teeny bopper to I'm not here anymore to, you know what? I'm going to hang out at Ceremony with the other old folks who are my age.
That's hilarious, actually.
So we got Ceremony Mall on deck for the icks of Filipinos.
There was something that you were mentioning about ceremony, I think, and I was going to ask something if it's like it's Filipino thing, but I have to remember.
Yeah.
Down.
No worries.
I'll circle back.
No worries. Another ick that I have for Filipinos is when Filipino parents, especially, just completely butcher the name of something, right? So over the pandemic, I was heavy on Twitch. Jackie knows this too. And so our friend, Kev Sweaty Pants, his uncle or his dad, one of his relatives, I guess they're trying to like, you know, put on Netflix or whatever. And then his uncle was like, Anak, like, where is the Hidemi cord?
The Hidemi cord?
The Hidemi cord. And then I'm over here thinking like, the Hidemi cord, as he's telling us this story, I'm like, what the hell is the Hidemi cord? And then our friend Kev, he puts it together. He's like, Hidemi, you mean the HDMI cord?
I'm sick. That's hilarious. The Hidemi.
The Hidemi. And I'm like,
that's actually pretty smart.
Yeah, I mean, I know Filipinos like to shorten the amount of like breath that they utilize on the world, but like, come on. Hidemi, there's no E, there's no nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I feel like that's just like the language thing type of like accent coming in, because like a lot of Hispanic and Latino parents do that with so many brands.
Ooh, like what?
Like, okay, like Home Depot. Yeah, el Home Depot, el Hon, like HON Depot, DIPO instead of Home Depot.
Oh my God.
And then like Papa John's, Papayón.
Papayón. Okay. I mean, I get it because like the J is pronounced like a Y. I get that.
Yeah, and then AT&T is AT&T. AT&T. ENTITI. AT&T. Yeah, there's like so many. And then like Walmart is Walmart.
This kind of reminds me of like the dude, this I don't know, this Hispanic / Latino dude on like IG who be talking about the NFL teams. That shit is hilarious.
Oh no, it's funny. There's so many more. I literally had a list on the side.
Oh yeah.
Walmart is Walmart. What mal?
What happened to the T?
It doesn't have. It doesn't exist. It doesn't
The T
exist.
don't exist.
El Starbucks. Starbucks.
El Starbucks.
Starbucks. It's just an E in front of the S
So
for some reason.
you elongated
Starbucks.
the S.
Yeah, Starbucks.
That's
Starbucks.
you sure it's not Starbucks?
El Wendy's. El Wendy's. It's GU, like we say with the
Whoa.
GU. The King in Burger King is Keen, like just KIN. That's literally. I'm not even joking about these. El Yak in a Box. Yak in a Box.
I say yak in the box.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't say it like the J was a Y. I just say like yak.
And then Yak in a Box.
Yeah.
And then Yacy Penny.
Yacy Penny, bro.
Penny.
What? Yacy Penny? Yacy Penny.
Yacy Penny.
That's actually hilarious. I like that.
You like Yacy Penny.
I like Yacy Penny.
I also like how oh my god, what literally was I just thinking of right now that wasn't on my list? Oh my gosh.
Is that Nico Blitz?
No. Oh, how we say pizza? Pizza?
Pizza?
Yeah, like a lot of Hispanics and Latinos say pizza.
Like pizza?
Like pizza? Like PIX, pizza?
So
And a lot of people will make fun of each other like, I'm sorry, what? Pizza.
So when I was in the Philippines, right? I mean, even now, like my grandparents, they will, and even my older relatives, they will pronounce pizza like pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah, so they'll be like pizza pie. Like every time I'm in the Philippines, my uncles, especially growing up because they knew I love pizza, they'd be like, Nico, Nico, do you want pizza pie? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take some pizza pie.
Turns out like you're waiting for a peach pie and it's just like, oh wait, shit, it's
I know,
pizza.
like shit. I thought you said peach pie. Like
A peach cobbler.
can I get the pizza pie with the pepperoni, please?
That's
I do have one more ick in regards to like the language too. Mm-hmm. And one of my homies back in the day, this was in high school, but I guess he was in the car with his auntie going to McDonald's, right? Mm-hmm. And they're ordering food. Hello, ma'am. Like, what would you like? She said, can I get the order of 10-piece chicken McNugent? McNugent. And I'm just like, McNugent? Where did you add these letters from? It's a McNugget.
McNugget.
It went from McNugget to McNugent.
McNugent. I mean, technically, she's not wrong.
She's also not right. Like, what McNugent? Like, you're just adding words at this point.
McNugget. Technically, she's not wrong. That's how it's spelled. Nugent.
No, Nugent, like Ted Nugent.
Like Ted Nugent.
Yeah, like I'm like, where did the extra N come from?
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's an extra N. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So this other thing happened the other day, and this is another ick I have with Filipino parents is that when they talk to you, especially via text, with so much urgency, as if the world is about to end tomorrow, right? So. This story...
I like how you put the camera on me while I'm fixing my eyelash.
Sorry. This story, 1,000%, derives from when a couple weeks ago, the Mega Millions was happening, right? Like, it was like $1 billion or something crazy happening a couple weeks ago. And so, I'm on a family group chat, which Jackie is also in as well. Mm-hmm. And... I have a busy ass day. It was a busy Monday. And I'm emphasizing, I'm emphasizing Monday because that will come on later on in the story. But what happened was that we're busy. Jackie has a little bit of time to reply, but then my dad is like, Nico and Jackie will get Mega Million tickets for the whole family in Los Angeles because Los Angeles has some winners of like the Mega Millions.
Yeah, and that really kind of was it just started off with like, hi family, like if you guys want to pitch in for Mega Million tickets. That's how it started. Like, if you guys want to pitch in for Mega Millions tickets, it'll be like this much, $2, whatever. Zell, Nico, and Jackie, and they'll go get the tickets for us. And and I was just like, oh, okay.
And then, you know, Jackie has like actual work to do that day. And normally I'm at the crib and I'm working on my stuff, but I have more flexibility to move around. So Jackie, she kind of just volunteered me, which was okay. She volunteered me to be like, oh, well, Nico might have some time today.
I did say might.
Yeah. Might have some time today to get the tickets. Right? I'm like, sure, whatever. Just because I just somehow me and Jackie just somehow got volunteered to pick up tickets. Of course, we're quote unquote not busy today. I'm doing all my shit through the day. Jackie's doing her shit. And as soon as I get out of like one thing that I'm doing, like I literally have like a 5-minute break period before I got to do the next thing. My dad calls me. He's like, Nico. Yes. So, the Mega Millions, it stops at 7:30, so you need to get it before that. And I'm like, dude, like, okay, I can try. Do you have time today? I'm like, I can literally try. I can absolutely try, but I can't guarantee. We already sent you the money. I'm like, bro, are you fucking kidding me right now? So then I got to do what I got to do. And then next thing you know, like an hour later, I see on the group thread, and my aunt Ashley, my cousin, she's just like, hey, you know Mega Millions expires tomorrow, so you can get your tickets like tomorrow if you want, Nico. And like having my back. And I'm just,
she's like, the drawing is tomorrow.
Yeah, the drawing's tomorrow. And then both of my parents are just like, oh, haha, sorry about that, son.
We thought it was Tuesday. They thought it was Tuesday because the Mega Millions drawing is on Tuesday.
They thought it was
Monday.
Tuesday. And I'm just like, dude, can you guys get your fucking facts checked before you got me doing all these errands that you signed me up to do? Me and Jackie to do.
The Mega Millions winner was in Florida. And
it was in Florida? Yeah. I'm like, we didn't even fucking win. Like, if we won, I'd be like, cool, whatever. I could let this go.
I looked at the tickets and we didn't get a single number.
Not one. And I'm just like, dog, like, you were grilling me all day to get these tickets.
Is that Nico's like, he went back to the Bay recently, and so he started talking to that whole situation with his sister Sabrina, his brother-in-law Jason, and then they're all like, wait, Dad didn't even ask you guys? Like,
yes, oh my God. That's why, that's crazy. That actually got me a little heated right now, because they thought that my dad had already asked me and Jackie if it was cool
to get the tickets.
Exactly. But my dad, they were like, oh, so Dad didn't ask you prior. We thought he already did. And that's why when he put it in the group chat, I'm like, no, he just volunteered us in the group chat. Like, there was literally no communication prior. Like, why did you do this? Why?
That's all funny.
I was so mad that day. I was like,
Nico was pretty, like, he was so, like, flustered.
I was like, I'm over this shit right now. Like, basically, my point is, I don't even know what my point is. I don't even know what the ick is anymore. Was just the ick.
Nico just wanted to release some therapy.
I needed to get that all the way off of my chest. And the last ick that I want to mention to wrap up this podcast is that when Filipino parents open up your mail, and it's like, do you not know that this is illegal?
Literally, my parents were doing that when I was younger, until like my brother and I finally said something. And it was funny too, because like my mom works at like the banking institution that I'm currently under. Yeah. And my brother is too. And when we were younger, she would check our bank accounts and ask us about certain purchases. And we'd be like, if you don't stop looking at my stuff, I'm going to take my money and leave. Like, I'll go somewhere else. And then my mom's like, no, I just want to make sure that like you guys are keeping track of your money and this and that. I'm like, then let me keep track of my money, Mom. Like,
yeah. It's so annoying.
They used to open our mail too. And I think I hit them one time with the like, you guys do realize that this is a felony, right? And then they're like, no, Jack, I still like coming over. I'm like, it's addressed under my name. You realize that this is a felony. And then I was just like, I could technically like take you guys and call the cops on you. Yeah.
And then your parents are probably looking at you like, and even my parents are just like, I wish you would. Like, please call the cops right now. Let me see if you do it.
Yeah, but
that shit is like so annoying. It's like,
it's hella annoying.
it's like, and you know, especially if I get mail getting sent back to like, you know, my parents' place in Daly City, it's just like my dad will send me literally a photo of my mail, like
of the letter that was inside your envelope.
And I'm just like, dude, I'm gonna be back in like a week. I can wait a week. Like, it's all good.
Yeah,
just don't open.
I'm surprised that your parents still do that. Like, I don't know why you haven't told them, like,
well,
don't.
because
unless it says like urgent, then like I'd understand.
Yeah,
but like,
probably urgent. But then on an urgent thing, they'd be like, hey, like, do you mind if I open this for you because it says urgent? Yeah, sure. Yeah. More than likely it's just junk mail.
Yeah, but, or if it's accumulated mail and been like, hey, like there's like 5 letters, like do you like 5 letters and we don't know when you're gonna be back. Do you want us to open them and just send you a picture?
Yes, it's and you know what it is? It's the consent part that like that is just getting to me. It's just like, I understand that literally a finite amount is going to you guys. Could you just ask if you can open it? Don't just open it. Like, literally, don't just open it.
Nico's gonna put this on Instagram and just hope his mom sees it instead of having to like text her and tell her that.
Oh yeah, no, this is 1,000% going on Instagram. I hate this shit so much. It's not even it. It's just actual hate at this point.
It's actual shit that you hate.
Oh my God. Well, anyways, ladies and gents, Mexipino Food Fest going down September 16th and 17th with our special performer Twee on Sunday the 17th. Code PICKLE on Eventbrite so you can get your tickets at half off and you can enjoy good food, good music, and hopefully afterwards, good leftovers.
Yeah, maybe you could take some leftovers home.
Yes. Amen to that. My name is Nico Blitz.
I'm Jackie Ramirez.
And this is the Mexipino Podcast. We will see y'all next time. Peace.
Adios.